Hi, good morning, and welcome to the Market Carver. I hope you're having an outstanding week as we get ready to go into Labor Day and other special times of the summer. The kids are back in school. Interesting things are happening. We're seeing interesting announcements that are coming out from companies. Two big ones, obviously, this last week with Walmart and Cisco. The other thing you've heard us talk about in the third release is a Jackson Hole issue that's coming up where Bernanke's not even showing up. Well, they've now made the discussion that they're going to return back to the days of old, where Jackson Hole is merely an academic meeting, which explains a lot about why Ben Bernanke is not going. It also gives the Fed a little more leeway to not have to talk about this tapering any sooner than they need to. So we will continue to watch this, but that does give us a little bit of ease, not having to worry about the craziness that may come out of a Jackson Hole speech this week. Nonetheless, off to the Market Carver. We're going to start with the fundamental leg and move to Cisco. Cisco came out, and I'm talking about this one a little bit as an academic as well as business. Cisco came out and said, hey, we did well. Numbers are good. They got slammed in the markets, though. And a big part of that is because they're having a 5% layoff, letting off about 4,000 of their jobs. John Chambers' speech was simply this. In order to compete in this world, we have to be able to invest in the new technologies of this world. That means we need to make change. I will tell you this, we study this a little bit at Purdue to a degree, that the more technologically advanced we get, the sooner your certain specialty gets outsourced, outsized, or just moved over. And so you have to continuously be learning to be able to deal with the new technology. I suppose that makes sense. Nonetheless, one more company, a major company, trying to get lean and mean, being able to deal with the economic times ahead. It's that contrary story of whether we're really in a good period of time or not. Interestingly enough, the market clearly didn't like what Cisco had to say one way or the other. Moving to the technical leg, you've got the battle of the bulls and the bears. Sentiment Trader is one of the places that we subscribe to that takes a whole litany of technical indicators and puts the technical indicators versus each one against each other. So you've got bullish technical indicators, bearish indicators, and that battle is going back and forth. You can see on the chart where the two have separated to a great deal, and eventually you've got to start to see the green start to go back up. Right now, all things from a technical leg look reasonable. We had a lot of market movements here the last couple weeks, but things are going okay. Moving to the institutional leg, the Uncle Sam, I love you, but the Treasury funds, they don't love so much. This chart actually is talking about the largest outflow in history, going up to the week of August 7th of Treasury funds. But what we've also seen is the last few months is the largest amount of foreign net selling that has occurred in our treasuries, all in theory preparing for this so-called tapering event where the Fed discontinues the amount of purchases that's been putting into play. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. In the meantime, it is wreaking havoc with anything called fixed income. Home sweet home on the narrative leg, we watch this. We've talked about complementary spending many, many times. That's when you spend $1 and it forces you to spend other dollars. Home building, automotives, probably the two largest sectors of complementary spending. You could probably add healthcare because you don't go to one doctor, you go to 10 if you see the first one, not to mention the 19 tests. But nonetheless, the home builders came out, 280 reported or studied or questioned, and above 50 was the number that believe that there's more positive things going on in home building now than there were. That's a good number. You compare that to when we were as low as 15% as opposed to 50% not too long ago. Things are changing. Hopefully it continues to keep up. Obviously, we're concerned with interest rates and whether or not that will slow the home building and home buying issues down. We've already started to see in the automotive world where they're going back to allowing people with lesser credit, lesser income buy cars because they want to make car loans. I wonder how long it's going to be until they actually turn around and do that with homes all over again, and we have a deja vu or a repeat of 2003 to 2007. Let's hope they're not that silly, but I don't think we can count on that. Rules to live by: don't ever expect an investment that you uncover this quarter to be able to pay off this quarter or even next. There are investment opportunities that are out there. It's the four-legged stool's job to find them. Sometimes they pay off quicker than others. We try to use the four legs together to get performance immediately. Doesn't always work, but the themes generally play out. And as we move more into the segmented sectors, where there's clear winners and clear losers, we're feeling better and better all the time about some of the strategies that we've been able to employ. As August ends, we're getting ready to move into that period of time for the third lease. The falls are coming The fall is coming up, and you should be getting an invitation shortly for the Fall Thirdly. Look forward to having you there, sitting down, breaking bread, and talking about this crazy year that we've had, the world that we live in, and where it is that we're going forward. Look forward to seeing you very much. If you're out and about on Saturday mornings, don't forget to catch the radio show 9 to 10 on WQME. Sunday mornings rather, 10 to 11 on Shine 99 on Sunday morning. And of course, you can find our newspaper column now Saturday mornings in the Anderson Herald Bulletin or on our website at yourlifeafterwork.com. Folks, have a wonderful week. God bless. Thanks for tuning in. If there's anything at all we can do to be of service, please don't hesitate to let us know. Be well. We'll talk with you soon.